Hello, hello, hi, Facebook Trooper. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome. Happy Saturday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Merry Christmas, T Money. What is up? How are you? Welcome. Hey, I wasn't too bad. It was about 14. No, wait a minute. 9 minutes late. So that's not too bad. Merry Christmas, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me live. And whoever else is joining me live or may catch the replay, Merry Christmas. B Money, T Money, S Money in the house. We got the alphabet in the house. So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing, and I chose this topic and this story for today on purpose on Christmas because, well, I can't give the plot away, right? Audi, man, I love Audis. Next car is going to be, well, I'm not going to tell you what the next car is. I'll surprise you. But yeah, I specifically chose this story for today, and I'm not going to spoil the ending by telling you what it is, but it all comes down. No, not the RS8. It all comes down to one thing, right? And here's the story. A lady comes out of the house and notices that three old men are sitting on a bench close to her home with long white beards, right? So she goes up to them and she says, you guys must be cold and hungry. Why don't you come inside? And the three guys say, is your husband home? And she says, no, he's at work. And they said, well, we can't come inside if your husband is not home. Can I put a pause for a second and insert something here? Yeah, those things are not happening these days. Obviously, you can tell this is an older story. Anyway, back to the story. So they said, no, we can't come inside because your husband is not in. When your husband comes, you can let us know. Okay, great. So in the afternoon, the husband comes home. She tells him what has happened, and he goes, oh, that's really nice of them. So why don't you go and invite him in? So the wife goes back outside and says, well, my husband is in, and you guys are more than welcome to come inside. One of the guys speaks up and says, well, we don't go inside, all three of us, at the same time. And the lady says, okay, why is that? And he introduces himself as Success. He goes, my name is Success, this is Wealth, and that's Love. And we just don't go inside the house altogether. So you got to pick one of us. The wife kind of stands there still and thinks to herself, well, I can't. I don't know which one to pick. Comes back inside, tells her husband, says, hey, this is the story. And they're not coming inside together, so, we got to pick one. Well, the husband says, you know what? Why don't we pick Wealth? Then our home will be filled with wealth, and we would never have to worry about money ever again. Why don't we choose Wealth? And then we can live the rest of our lives in comfort. The wife kind of thinks about that, says, well, why don't we pick Success? Because if we pick Success, it almost feels like wealth would come with it. So why don't we pick Success, and our home would be filled with success, and therefore we can achieve anything we want. The man kind of thinks about her response, and meanwhile, their daughter, who's kind of by the stairs hearing this whole thing, comes up and says, I overheard everything. Why don't we pick Love? Because if we pick Love, our home will be filled with love, and we would touch whomever we touch, we fill them with love, and we can just grow in our love. Mom thinks, dad thinks, and they say, you know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and pick love. I think you're right. So the wife goes back out there. As you're joining me live, let me know you're here. I don't know who's here, who's not here. That would be nice to know. But throw some hearts, love, comments, hate, whatever you like. So the wife goes back outside and tells the guys, hey, since we're going to just pick one, this was really hard, but since we're just going to pick one, we're going to go with love. So, sir, you come on down with me. Well, love gets up, and success stands up, and wealth stands up, and love follows the wife to the house, and success and wealth are also following her to the house. Well, at the front of the door, the wife stops and says, wait a minute. I thought the three of you couldn't come in together. You had me go back inside and choose between the three of you, and we chose love. And one of the wise guys said, if you had chose wealth, wealth would have come inside alone. If you had chosen success, success would have come in alone, but you wouldn't have love or wealth. But since you chose love, we go together wherever love goes. Because if you have love, you can have success, you can also have wealth. Boom. What a great story, right? Love. Love is the basic foundation. Now, let me share this with you, because this is very important. If you know me, you've heard me say this several times, and I don't want you to think, well, he's not saying that. We're not talking about a love in a relationship, okay? This is a different type of love, but still, love, I've always said, and this is my belief, love in a relationship is, although it's the foundation and the basis of it, but love is not enough, right? And that's really a different topic. Let me think back. I don't think I've ever talked about the love and relationship or my own philosophy on that. I don't think I have. T-Money, help me out. Have I? I don't think I have. I have 3 C's to a relationship. I don't think I've ever talked about that. I have a few things that maybe I talk about. If you guys want me to talk about that, maybe drop some comments below. Let me know, and I'll talk about it. But this love is very, very different. Yes, it's the starting point, is the foundation. But see, you can have foundation be the walls and the roof as well. You feel me? So you can't just have love all by itself standing there in a relationship. That's my firm belief. But here, you can't have wealth without love. Now, here's how I interpret love here. This is not love of wealth. We all know that the good book talks about that, right? Talks against about that. It's not about that. It's not about the love of wealth. It's not about love of success. It's about, I believe it's the love of people and love of yourself. I really truly believe you can't be wealthy without pouring some love on other people. Now, you could cheat, lie, steal through your wealth, but I don't know if that's going to last a long time. And I don't know if that's going to be really self-fulfilling. You feel me? It's a big difference. The love of money, the love and the lust of it is the root of all evil. The good book says, T-Money, right? The love of it, not what it can do. See, if you cherish money, if you decide to worship money, that's the root of all evil. That's horrible. But if you love money because it gives you opportunity to help other people, to live a better quality life, to expand your horizons, absolutely. Our God is a God of abundance. It's based on love. Hello, today is his birthday, right? So love, yes. In this content, we're talking about loving on people, loving on yourself, pouring that out there. You feel me? Because without it, success, wealth, riches are very wobbly. They don't have that foundation. Claudia, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Hopefully you catch the replay because I am about to bounce off. So, with that being said, hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Remember, as much as I love success and achievement and money, I love it because of the choices it opens up. You feel me? It opens up my choices. Now, we've talked about this before, but I don't want to leave, because we're talking love, wealth, success. I don't want to leave this thought without this. Cool. I appreciate that. Let me know what you think. So, I don't want to leave this. See, as much as I love that, I appreciate that. I love the open doors, the chances that it gives you, right? Now, you know, everybody, you talk to people and they say, oh my God, I would love to help people. I would love to give. I would love to pay somebody's rent. I would love to buy somebody's lunch. I'm not really sure if you really do. I'm not really sure. You really got to think about that. Yeah? Because here's the reason why. If you really wanted to give a helping hand in a big scale, and then you wouldn't be sitting yourself poor. See, you can't give what you don't have. And the more you have, the more you can give, right? So if you have a very limited income, how can you help more people? You can't. You can help only a few people. So when people say, oh, I would love to, I'm not sure if you do. Because if you did, you'd work harder to do that. You know what I mean? That's just my feeling. You can hate me for it, but it's all good. But when people say, oh man, if I had a chance to help people, it's like, I mean, you have a chance every day. Why don't you take it? You know what I mean? So I don't buy stuff like that when people talk like that. Sorry, but I don't. Maybe you do, and that's totally okay. Maybe you can throw your feedback at me, but wealth is not in making money, but in making a man while he's making. Ooh, look at Team Money talking Jim Rohn stuff. I like that. Team Money, right? So, you know, just don't forget, you know, you don't. Jim Rohn talks about this in his 12 pillars of success, right? He says you never see a lonely rich hermit, right? Why? Because it's not just one person who gets you up there. It's a bunch of people. When you really get to the top, it's not just you alone. It's a team of people, right? So that love here in this context applies to spreading that love, right? And not being tight with it. In other ways, not just fun. Yeah, absolutely, right? But if you don't even have love for yourself, then you can't give love. Whatever it is, you got to have it yourself in order to give, right? So if somebody says, oh, I love to just love other people, and then they hate themselves, it's like, I'm not sure about that. You know, a golden spoon, baby. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Enough to say, I'm going to spread the love. Tag a couple folks to this or share it on your wall. Do what you got to do. Spread the love. I appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas. Man, it's Christmas 2021. A week is going to be New Year's. I can't believe that. Whew. Flew by. Anyway, drop your feedback below. Let this feed grow. I appreciate you guys. Team Money, everybody who joins me live, Claudia, Brad, everybody. I appreciate you guys. And until tomorrow, where we do it all over again. Much love.